What's up, Rockstar? Awesome to see you. So I'm going to go through a simple lower back, abs, and hip stretching sequence for you right now. And these stretches are great. You can do a lot of them seated. You can do them in a variety of ways. I'm just going to take you through some great stuff to really open up your hips, your lower back, and your abs. A lot of the times you'll have lower back pain or your back will be bothering you, and that sometimes comes from having really tight glutes or tight hips. So we're going to talk about that and get them really nice and open. Now, if you're sitting down in a chair, a great stretch to start out with is the seated figure 4 stretch. This is very simple. You're just going to cross your ankle over your opposite knee and lean forward slightly. You want to keep your chest up when you do this and your back flat. You don't want to collapse here. You're not going to get nearly as much out of the stretch. So just lean forward and keep your chest lifting, just like this. Now, you want to make sure that your stretch, that you go to about a 7, which would be about a good hurt. On a 1 to 10 scale, a 7 is a good hurt. An 8 would be, ow, it hurts, and we don't want to go to an 8. You want to back off if you're hurting yourself. And we'll hold the stretch till it feels like about a 5, 6 on that 1 to 10 scale, where it just, feels good. You could stretch it all day like that. So we're going to back off of this. We're going to switch legs, try it out on the other side. Go to your 7, your good hurt stretch. Awesome. Just like that. And let's back off. And we're going to do this again. I'll show you how to do this on the floor, because you might just be finishing a workout up and you just want a good stretch sequence that you can do for your hips and back while you're on the floor. So you're just going to come down onto the floor or mat, and we're going to do the exact same position. So we're going to cross our ankle over our knee, and we're just going to reach our hands through to grab the top of our knee and just pull our knee back, up and back. And I'm feeling it even deeper now in my hip now that I'm in this position. You can also press your knee out slightly to the side. I'll just rotate here so you can see what I'm talking about. So you reach up and through, and then you can press your knee out to the side to really angle perfectly, to really get even more out of the stretch. And let's go ahead and repeat that on the other side. So reach through the knee, pull it up, and feel that get into your glute, and then just press your knee out slightly, just like that. Awesome, that's the figure 4 stretch. So now let's take it into a great little stretch sequence for your glutes. This will help release your lower back as well. And I like to just call it hips 3 ways. So we're going to extend our right leg out straight. We're going to grab the left knee and pull it up towards our chest, just in a nice straight line, just like this. And hold that there and feel that little pull through your glute. Maybe you'll feel it a little bit in your back. Now release the knee, and this time pull it up and over towards your opposite shoulder. So it's going in the line of your opposite shoulder, just like this. And you'll feel that through your glutes for sure. And then go ahead and relax the pull, and you're going to bring your knee over and across your body, just like this. And you may feel this release your lower back. You can keep your knee bent here, or you can straighten your leg. The straighter your leg is, the more weight you'll have on the pull and the stretch, the more challenging it will be. Good job. And bring it back to center. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So we'll start with that straight forward stretch. And if you're noticing any catch in your hip, for example, as you're pulling these up, it feels a little different, it's possible that your pelvis is slightly imbalanced. It's very, very common. Let's go ahead and stretch the knee across to the opposite shoulder. It's a great opportunity to check in and possibly get a body alignment, work with a chiropractor or someone who can adjust and align your bones and your muscles and help you get yourself back into alignment. It's sometimes this stuff shows up. Let's go ahead and do the across the body. Sometimes this stuff shows up when we're stretching or when we're exercising, and it's really good to pay attention to. Good. Of course, the more flexible we are, the stronger we can get, the faster, right? Because our hydrated and muscle tissue that has a lot of blood flow in it is more healthy, efficient tissue. So stretching is so good. So this little curl up into a ball that I'm doing right now, this is also really nice release for your lower back. So you can just roll up into this little ball and just hold on to your knees, just like this. Now we're going to do a slightly more advanced hip opening stretch. It's called the pigeon. It's one that comes to us from yoga. And this is a great stretch just for opening up through the hips, and there's a couple of different variations you can take on it. So, and remember, don't do any of these stretches if they bother you or if you're just not that flexible yet. Just do the ones that work for you. So I'm going to start out just with a simple knee front of me, and I'm going to put my hands in front of my knee, and then I'm just going to walk my right leg back behind me, and I'm going to sink my hips down. And you can come all the way down onto your forearms here, or your forehead even. And really the angle of your knee is going to dictate how intense the stretch is. So I could have my knee pointing more towards you, which makes the stretch much less intense. Or I can walk it so my shin is basically perpendicular and then try to walk my hands down, and that makes the stretch even more intense. All right, so you have some variety there with the pigeon. I'm going to show, let's do that one on the other side just to even it out if you're following along. So I'm just going to stretch it out here with the right side this time. And this is very similar to the figure 4 stretch, but we're just adding on to what we did with the figure 4 and making the stretch just a little more intense by getting our whole straight leg into it, our whole body weight pressing down to open up that hip. That's a really, really good stretch for opening up. Now I'm going to take it into child's pose. And child's pose is also a great relieving stretch for the lower back. It's also a nice stretch to end a sequence with. It's a nice relaxing, relieving stretch. So you're just going to widen out your knees, put your toes together, and walk your hands down and put your head down on the floor mat and just relax. And just because you have your hips nice and wide and you're in this nice relaxed position, it's just a really great lower back opening stretch, and it should just feel really relaxing. So go ahead and enjoy that one and relax there. And when you're ready, come on up to a seated position, and we're going to do some seated twists. Go ahead and cross your right foot in front of your left knee. We're going to put our elbow on the outside of our knee and just twist and look over our shoulder. Let's go ahead and do that on the other side. So switch it out. Put your left foot over your straight right leg, and we're just going to twist and look over our opposite shoulder. Twisting and rinsing inside of your organs and really your abs, just giving a really nice stretch to your abs. Just keep your chest really up and open here with this one as you look back. Great job. And another great way to stretch out your abs is to come all the way down onto your belly. Place your hands on either side of your shoulders and gently press up. Look up. And you can do this slightly more shallow here. You can come all the way up. Just see how flexible your spine is feeling, and don't go any farther than it feels really good to do. Another great way to do this is the upward facing dog position. So we come into a tall plank, flip the toes over, and then just sink our hips down as we lift through our chest. You can also do this with your knees on the floor. Great. Now a slightly more advanced variation, of course, are some of the wheel type positions. The basic version of the wheel is the bridge. So we're just going to come down, lift our hips up, and pull our shoulders down below our body, and then just open and expand through the abs and the hips. This should feel really nice. You can put your hands under your hips if you want to push yourself up a little farther and not rely so much on your glutes to do the work. It's really just stretching here. And if you'd like to get a little more advanced with this and take it into a full wheel, you just place your hands on either side of your head and press your body up and open into wheel. And you can also lift up onto your toes for the more advanced version of this. But again, just do this pose if your spine is feeling really flexible, it's nice and warm, and you're ready to do that. These other variations to open up your abs are also great as well. So those are some awesome ab opening and back stretches. And I just have one final little series for you that really is great for opening up your side abs and your obliques. And we're just going to stand with our feet a little bit more than wider than hip distance, and we're just going to reach side to side. So a standing side bend. Really basic, really simple, but very effective for opening up your obliques, just like this. And you can also do this from a warrior 2 position, so you can get a little bit deeper into the full side fascia, the full fascial line, so all along the right side of my body. It's a nice stretch all the way through from my ankle up to my fingertip, really feeling it through the right obliques. We can come into extended side angle as well in this position and really get a nice stretch through the left obliques. Really good. And we can just switch positions and do this on the other side. So we can start with the left arm coming up and over. And then of course coming into our other angle and sink a little deeper into that lunge. Good. Nicely done. All right, you just completed the stretches for abs, lower back, and hips. Make sure that you're taking breaks throughout the day to stretch your body. Make sure that you stretch out after you've completed a workout. When your muscles are warm is the best time to stretch them. So after you've already done a round of your workout or you're getting into your workout, you can stretch then, and you can also stretch at the end of your workout. Those are the best times, when your muscles are warm. So keep up the great work. Let me know if you have any questions, and be sure to use the other stretch sequences that I have for you for different body parts. I'll talk to you real soon. Bye.